Hi everybody, we are live from M365 Comp. This is my first video of the day. Come over to see Matt at Landis. How's it going, Matt?
It is going
Good. So we both just rushed out of the keynote to get down to the floor. Jeff's
Yeah.
keynote,
Yeah.
lots of it was a real mix of SharePoint, Copilot and Co-work and Teams. What are your thoughts from the initial keynotes?
Yeah, so definitely a shift to Claude as an
Yeah,
emphasis.
loads of Anthropic in PowerPoint, Anthropic in Co-work. That was definitely a thing.
Yeah, and I personally use Claude Co-work. I think it's an incredible tool. I love browser work, computer work, and of course, Claude lets you do that. So yes, a lot of amazing things that Microsoft can at least theoretically do, or companies can theoretically do with their AI tools.
Yeah, they had BA on to talk, and BA gave us some kind of adoption story. But where everything's moving so fast, even conference to conference, like co-work wasn't really a thing, and now it's a really big deal. They talked about multi-modeling researcher and model council. The thing I took away was Microsoft landing, we're a multi-model organization, and we'll pick the right model for the right scenario.
Yeah, I was sitting there thinking, in the past in Skype for Business, we talked about multimodal video chat, but now Microsoft is multi-model. They're really making sure they're not hooking themselves to any train at the moment. They're going to keep themselves open, which, in my opinion, is a smart idea. It's exactly what we are doing. We're not going to say it's just one, use what's best, and stay open.
Multimodal is a good transition into what you're doing. We were just talking off camera, like the CX space is one of the areas that's getting heavily impacted by AI, and there's lots of opportunity for like real customer value. We've done some sessions in the past with your team around different things you're doing, but what's your thinking CX industry-wise and what you guys are focusing on?
Well, so I'm just going to say what we do, and what it is we bring together Microsoft Teams and your business data to make customers happy.
This is new messaging, isn't it? We can see it in the...
bringing together Microsoft Teams and business data to make customers happy.
I love that.
And why are we doing this? At one time, we really talked about features, but like Jeff Tepper said, I can't tell you all the features Microsoft Teams has. And then he went on to show a slide that was 100 new updates to Microsoft Teams.
Yeah.
And if we came here and said all the new features that we added, we'd have a slide just like that.
Maybe that is a background for 1 year.
We probably have it in our PowerPoint. But I'm going to drill it down to one thing. And a number one problem that customers have that are bringing it to us or even not bringing it to us, and that is you get in a bot and you go in a loop and you go in a loop and you get stuck. It's a number one gripe or complaint that people have with AI. And we work to solve that. Since we are tightly integrated to Microsoft Teams on the voice and chat level, we make it super easy to escalate to a human agent.
So offload to AI agents where it makes sense, but make sure you've got that tight connection to the real people in the business to help answer the question.
Exactly. So we're going to do as good as we can on voice and chat AI bots. Do everything we can. Yeah. But when, for those percentage that they can't, you got to make it easy to escalate to a human. And of course, our history has been attendant console, which is really a human taking care of customers. And so that's in our DNA, but we are not putting the pressure off of making AI. I mean, as you well know, we are very forefront, pressing with Microsoft. We are innovating everything we can with Microsoft to do really cool voice and chat AI things that are measured, recorded, alerts to make customer experience better, but we also think you've got to be able to smoothly escalate to humans. I want to really drill that point because it's really important.
And talking of helping humans, one of the things I think that you guys are doing really well is the agent assist, agent training type scenario. So listening into the session and helping the agent, either be that filling in forms or just coaching them on, hey, remember to mention the guarantee, remember the warranty. Like I've seen from the customers I'm speaking to that agent coaching is the first safe step into AI providing value in CX.
A recent analyst report in January said one of the first things is training and assistance because it's a no threat.
Yeah.
You can do it. The agent can immediately correct it if they see it's really out of bounds. But so yes, bringing together Microsoft Teams, M365, and your data to really help customers. And let me just highlight 3 technical ways that we do that.
Love it.
The one is when a call comes in, we immediately get customer context and attach it to the call and then present that to the agent as call context, but also suggestions as they're talking live, audio
Yeah,
or chat.
that kind of coaching. I love that piece
Yeah.
because that's a really safe place to start. That adds instant value.
So an interaction comes in, whether it's chat or whether it's voice, we get the context, bring it back, show it on an adaptive card panel in our contact center agent.
Yeah.
Or as they're talking, show suggestions that can help them. Another thing that we have noticed as we work with customers is that people need help bringing everything together. And so we are starting to offer pro services for our partners so they can help customers pull this all together. You know, you have CRM, you have line of business apps, you have ERP, and you just have these other random databases. And a lot of our customers, they need just a little help with that. We have pro services to help our partners help their customers.
Nice. So your partners can come to you saying, I've got a theoretical business problem here, but we haven't quite got the chops to get into the particular CRM system or the workflows in Power Automate. Can we just get a bit of support on that piece?
Yes. And we're building a team that can help with that because we're doing it all the time on the back end. And what we want to do is support our partners to support their customers.
Love that, because that's one of the things that the partners, you know, lots of voice partners are still building up their AI muscle, and they're not business apps type partners always. So having a partner like you, they can rely on to say, yeah, we're backed by the actual maker of the product to help deliver this solution is really positive.
And for what it's worth, some of the DNA of our company is we actually were a Microsoft Dynamics GP partner for many years. So we did consultant. So that's somewhat in our DNA. So we can help that, feed that into the system and help us. So one of the things I want to reiterate, we really want to emphasize is you can start in AI, whether it's voice IVR or IVA or a chat, and very easily escalate that to a human.
Nice. And now we're in a SaaS world. I feel like it's easier to start an experiment than before. And we've done sessions with your team before where we've live created call flows and set up contact centers. Like something I'm seeing is that there's an opportunity to experiment and learn on a internal help desk or a new service or something. So even if you're locked into a big solution or existing solution, there's an opportunity here to try and experiment and learn and see what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's no code, low code, where you're building your voice flows or your chat flows, and underneath it, it's Teams. So when you're done with that call, so you're keeping the call in Teams if it's a voice call, and of course if it's chat, it's chat. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, everybody who's here, come down and see the Landis team. You've got all the expertise here to have that conversation. For people who aren't here, Matt, how can they find out more?
So LandisTechnologies.com. Of course, you can go on our website and use our AI chatbot and escalate to a human. So
nice. Yeah. Thanks, Matt. Nice to catch up.
You as well, Tom.